Podcast City Network.
Hey guys, and welcome to another exciting episode of Fixed Edge, episode 33. Just keep trucking on along here, man.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Huh?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? No?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I'd go with that for sure.
Yeah.
Probably the best 33 out there, man.
Yeah.
But, yeah, definitely a lot to talk about on today's show. But first, you got to make sure to follow us on social media at Fixed Edge on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go on there, smash those like, follow, and subscribe buttons. Share, invite your friends, rate us, do all those great things that help get us more exposure because we really got to get out there even more. We can only do it with the help of you guys. So please, 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 please smash those like, follow, subscribe buttons and definitely share us to the world. But that does bring us to the last week recap, which you didn't do too bad. You split 1-1. You know, you picked Dodgers beat Giants. Giants ended up winning 1-0. Like, that was crazy.
I'm telling you, that's how my week felt. My week felt like a 1-0, you know? Like, every time I inch forward, an inch half step back. Every time I inch forward, inch and a half split. And Saturday wasn't too great to us. Yeah. So, gave back a little bit of the bankroll of the profits that we made. 7 straight weeks came to an end, unfortunately. Nothing I could do about it.
Has to end at some point.
Yeah, so we look to make week number 1 start here. I don't like to sit and talk about some bad beats and why I lost this one and why I lost that one. Because I don't make excuses. We just own it. Week wasn't so good. And so today's a new day, new week, and we're ready to rock and roll again.
Absolutely. But you did get that Ravens pick, so at least there was something to, come away with that. But
We got several picks, but the number there on the balance sheet is not green.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I didn't do my job. That means I didn't make money. That means all my money that I made in the last 7 weeks, you got to take an 8, and then you got to divide it by 8, and now what I made weekly or monthly now, just chop down some.
Mm-hmm.
But I still am in the green for the last few months, last few years, last 5 or 6 years to be exact.
And that's what's important, because this is a longevity game. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This isn't some I'm going to go in and win a bunch of money real quick, because that's not how this works when you work with a system. So,
I was winning a whole bunch real quick.
well,
I was on fire.
Yeah, you were just on fire, sir. Sometimes you just get on them hot streaks.
But I'm not dreaming. I'm really happy. I really lost this week. Yeah, not fun. I hate losing. Lost a player on my team that I coach. Lost. But today's practice, tryouts, I should say, I had a hidden gem.
You found a hidden gem?
Yeah, man. I'm like, you keep talking about these kids at school. I always ask, my daughter, and they mention. I'm like, okay, I see you, a little baller there. So, bright side of my day, I come home, feel like I got a little him and gem. Have a post player too, pretty big size. So,
yeah, there you go.
Looking forward to because if I can pull this off, throwing together a young team, losing 3 of the 5 players that I had starters, and win, that's legit. So we'll give it a go. It's better than my week of losing.
True story. Very true story. Something else you can win with is all of our content platforms that you can find us on, including PlayerFM, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. And you can find all the video portions here on YouTube of all of our live playback. But you can find all this too at the hub at podcastcity.net/FixedEdge. Definitely make sure to check out all those. And smash those follow, and subscribe buttons for us. Always helps us with getting those numbers up. But we're going to go ahead and jump into Game 1 of tonight that we're giving away. ALCS Game 3, Houston Astros at Boston Red Sox. This series has been interesting, man. What do you think about tonight's game?
Is Javier going, or your Quirrday? Who's going for Houston? Quirrday, right? Uruguay. I don't know how to say his name.
Yeah,
you do.
I'll just butcher it.
But you do better than me. But anyways, he's decent. These guys are young on the road. Boston's home. Both teams got bats. Man.
Tough, man.
Yeah, I mean, you can go either way because I think they're splitting these next 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
So, I always preach the system. So, if today, you were to go Red Sox, then you take them. I don't think the Red Sox are going to lose both games at home. I do think the Astros are a little better team than the Red Sox. I think the Red Sox, Kiki's on fire.
Yeah, he really is.
The pitching, they figured it out. The bats were there last game. I'm only doing this it's Houston's turn to win the game. And if Houston doesn't win this one, they get the next one. I think they're going to rotate here. Is this 7, right? It's going 7?
Mm-hmm.
7? Yeah, so I think they're going to rotate. I think we're going to see all of 7 here. Maybe 6 if somebody gets hot. But I think we're going to see all of 7. I don't think it matters. I think the Braves got it and on that side. And I think the Braves just got enough hitting, enough pitching. They're going to be tough. I know Dodgers aren't out of it yet, and all that money the Dodgers have, but, it's funny. My buddy said a few years when the Braves sucked and they had all these prospects coming up, that he was a huge Braves fan. Keep an eye, and I started slowly watching, and it's like you see all these guys come together. They're going to be a hard out, the Braves. This team is just who's going to get the hotter bats, right? That's what this series is. Pitching is okay, and Houston's advantage a little bit to pitching. But this is really about which bats are going to be hotter in this series. Mm-hmm. Last game, Boston bats were hotter.
Oh, yeah. Especially early on.
Yeah. So 2 grand slams. Never been done or hasn't been done in 50 years, 60 years. So we're going to side Houston tonight. But you know what? If you're a Red Sox fan like this guy next to me, just put the Red Sox in this series not to lose 2 games. Well, really 3 because they need to lose 3 in a row to get eliminated. So you take either one of these teams and neither one of these teams are winning 3 straight. So you put either one in your ABC till they win a game.
Definitely.
And that makes it easy. Then you don't have to worry about it. If you're a Red Sox fan, you say, I'll take the Red Sox. They lose tonight, you get them tomorrow. If they lose that game, you get them the last one. Neither team, I think the way these teams are hitting and pitching, I don't think we're going to see either team win 3 straight from here.
Yeah, I don't think we could either, honestly. I have to absolutely agree with that. But you know me, I'm going to side with the Red Sox all the way because I feel there might be something special going on right now. They're getting hot at the right time. But, that's just personal bias.
No, but they're getting hot. Those bats are there.
Mm-hmm. But something else that's hot is the Podcast City Network shop, which you can check out over at podcastcity.net/shop. Because whether it's a net gator to protect you from COVID-19, a mug for your morning coffee, or a t-shirt just to look cool, they got you covered. Get the latest apparel and gear for your favorite podcast and Podcast City Network by visiting podcastcity.net/shop and checking out the lineup. Which brings us to our second game, our Monday Night Football game. The 4-1 Buffalo Bills taking on the 3-2 Tennessee Titans in Nashville. Buffalo favored by 6 here. What do you think about tonight's game?
Man. So Buffalo is coming off of that big win, Kansas City. I mean, destroying them. The Titans are coming off last week. I think Carr had a big week, if I remember correctly. And not Carr, Henry Carr. Derek Carr, Derek Henry. Derek.
One of the Dereks.
Which I believe they won. Did they win last week?
Yeah.
Okay. Over the Jags, right? Is that right? Think about how many sports I got to remember. I don't have nothing. This is nothing scripted. I didn't even know. I figured the 2 games because there's not much sports. But, so anyways, where I'm going with this game, before I get way off track, the way it reads, you're going to think Buffalo, is the better team. They're playing better. Should dominate this game. The line opened at, I believe it was 4.5, up to 6 now. Public's on Buffalo. Public made out this week. I mean, KC, the Rams, the Cowboys.
The Cowboys game was close.
Yeah. But anyways, Public made out. And so tonight's Public side would be Buffalo. And I can't, as much as I want to go against the Public and take Tennessee and take the points and say, man, you know what, looks like a setup. And Buffalo's coming off that big win. So they're going to inflate the line a little bit. And Tennessee's better than advertised. They haven't played. They had a couple bad games. This line's up for everything to take Tennessee and even the money line, them winning outright here in this spot. And I almost want to pull that card.
Almost.
Yeah. But I just think Buffalo's too much for them. But I'm gonna stay true to what I do. I'm gonna take those Titans plus the 6.5, buy it up. Actually, I'll say buy the full point to 7. So I'll take the Titans plus 7, and I say they got a shot at the upset here.
For sure, especially with the legs of Derrick Henry and how well he's been playing. Already with 7 touchdowns this year too. So
no, Buffalo.
You're going Buffalo?
I was going with Buffalo the whole time. I just don't like being with Joe Public. I just don't like it. Buffalo.
Oh, man. All right, go
Buffalo goes in there.
I mean, Josh Allen ain't playing bad either with 12 touchdowns and 1,300 yards already on the season, so.
No, maybe go Tennessee.
Look at you. You can't even make up your mind.
Well, which way should we go?
I don't know which way we should go. Honestly, I think the popular pick is to go with the Public. I think the Bills are going to end up taking this game. Josh Allen's playing really red hot right now. Stephon Diggs being a good beneficiary of that.
I need him not to do nothing in fantasy, so that means Titans. I'm going Titans.
All right, he's going Titans.
Plus 7, money line. Guys, listen, it's really not a game I'm playing tonight. We'll be on the baseball. But as far as football, rooting for some fantasy stuff. The sharp money, there's a lot of money on Buffalo, sharp and Public. It's the little sharp guys that are on Tennessee, but not enough to really warrant backing it. If that's what I tell you. But personally, without looking at the lines, like kind of when you brought me to your show, I think I said it then, and I'll say it here is Buffalo. I like Buffalo here.
Absolutely.
But something tells me Joe Public called all week long, and today he loses. But we'll see. I mean, gun to my head, Buffalo.
Oh, man, you said gun to his head, Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. So, well, glad there's not a gun, because I do think Tennessee can beat them.
Yeah, I definitely think they could, too. I think this game's going to be tight no matter what, and it's going to be pretty exciting all the way down to the line. We've been having a lot of exciting Monday Night Football games lately, so I have a feeling this one will disappoint as well.
Yeah, I was just messing with you, Drago. And I wanted to hear when I said one team, how you would talk about that team. And then when I changed it up, I wanted to hear what you had to say about the other team. And you did it good. You're like, yeah, I can see, Derrick Henry's going to be a monster. He's going to be running through there. And then, Josh Allen, he's going to be controlling the game.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be a lot.
You were persuading both teams.
Well, both offenses, I think, are going to play very well. The defenses, I don't think, are going to show up quite as much either.
Gotcha.
So,
well,
something to look at.
Maybe Knox will get him a couple TDs again.
Maybe. I know you need that right now.
I lost at everything this week. I lost my week, my money, my fantasy. At least I didn't lose my wife.
Yeah, that's true.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, still got her. So,
Yep.
We'll definitely see how this game goes. It'll be airing 8:15 p.m. on ESPN.
There's one good thing
Check it out.
about this game.
What's one good thing?
I can't lose, so I'm not playing it. So, but we will be on baseball, so DM us, and we'll get you set up. If you need a system, if you're not a part of us, DM us, and we'll get you set on tonight's game in the MLB.
Absolutely. Definitely make sure to also check out Podcast City Network, because Fixed Edge is a proud member of Podcast City Network and it's 20-plus independent podcast members across all genres of podcasting. You can find Podcast City Network on all major social media platforms, including Facebook at facebook.com/Podcast City Network, on YouTube, or on Twitter and Instagram, at Podcast City Net, on YouTube at Podcast City Network, and at the website podcastcity.net. Be creative, be independent, be yourself. Podcast City Network, which brings us to Investing 101, which last week we told you the S-Money story and why it's so important from personal experience even to have a system. Please don't just take your bankroll and throw it wildly. That's what's going to get you into trouble. You have to have a system and you have to play within your means. And I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. Don't you agree?
Yeah. I mean, listen, you got to have losing weeks. That's part of it. Like we lost this week. It's part of the game. Nobody likes losing. Nobody's like, oh, yeah, okay. In their mind, like X amount of money you lost, even if it's profit or not, you think you lost your money. And that's where everybody struggles, because you can be up 100,000 and lose 50,000 and you're still up 50, yet you think you're down 50. And that manipulates what your mind does. So you got to have discipline, mindset, a system. Whether it's the Fixed Edge system or not, you got to have a system in play. That's key. Because the losing weeks are coming. There's no Houdini. Like, we were 7 out of 8 weeks we won. Now, listen, we might go in the next 2 months and it might be 4 winning weeks and 4 losing weeks. Nobody knows the details. You just keep playing the same trends over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. And then you trust the system. And the system is tiered with money management, so you don't give away everything. So anyways, I actually, this week, we gave a few percent more than we should have. But that's me personally. The way I gave it to everybody, they didn't. Even had one guy end up in the green. So he missed a couple plays here and there, and he stayed in the green. I was a little further in the red than needed to be, but all the clients overall, just little red, nothing crazy. So try to minimize the losses, according to your bankroll. That way, if you got 2,000, a bad week, you're losing $200, maybe $250. That's really stretching it. And we stay in that $50, $100 range. Win or lose, it's slow. So like I always say, if you're looking for that get rich quick and you're not part of this, just keep clicking. If not, DM us. You'll learn some real insider stuff. Connected between sports books and X lines makers, and we don't go blowing smoke anywhere, but we're well connected where we have good information in this industry. I'll put the information that we get up against anything out there. And it's transparent. As you can see, we're sitting here talking about losing. And I can sit and say, hey, we had such a great week winning, blah, blah, blah. But transparency is key. And, I lose just like everybody else loses. The good thing here is you ain't got to pay for picks. Like, you get those for free. You end up paying for membership. And right now, we know it's free because the website's still in limbo. So take advantage of the free membership.
Yeah, take advantage while you can.
And
learn the system.
Get in where you fit in.
Yeah.
And all I can tell you is if you don't come to Fixed Edge, just stop gambling, and don't pay for picks. That's
a big part.
Yeah, don't pay for picks. You know, we'll give you those for free and better ones than the ones you're paying for.
Absolutely. But we thank all of you for watching tonight's episode. Make sure to join us next week for episode 34. Keep your eye out on social media at FixedEdge for our graphic that we'll be dropping with the show time and day. Any last words, That's Money?
Got some sports to entertain us. I wish there was more. Like when you come through a weekend, it's always like, so many games on Saturday and Sunday, and you come to Monday and it's like barely anything. Although basketball will be tipping soon, so we'll have a lot of action.
Oh, yeah.
But no, you guys enjoy the baseball. Enjoy your Monday Night Football. If you're in fantasy, good luck to the points. Put some games in some systems, and DM us if you have any other questions, right? That's what we're here for.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for. Until next time, I'm Chris.
That's Money, guys.
And we'll see you guys next time. Have a great night.
Podcast City Network.